Do you think there was a lot of concern, some of it unwarranted, or is it good for the party to be awake and to gear up for whatever threat the future might hold?
No. One should always take any election seriously, which you have been taking from day one, Aam Aadmi Party phenomena or no phenomena. But most of us were sure that this balloon is going to burst. It will burst so soon, we never anticipated. And the way they have behaved in the last couple of days is only going to lose their support base all the more. I don't intend to indulge into the luxury of this whole arithmetic addition accretion which we are trying to do. We are doing a job. But let me tell you one thing very clearly. Once the momentum of change, a decisive change, goes about, people fall in places. Okay? And this number is going to increase all the more in the coming days. I'm sure when you will take the final poll analysis before the elections, you will call me again as we have been calling in earlier. Let me tell you, Rahul,
yes.
I have seen 77 elections. I have seen 84 elections. I have seen 89 elections. I have seen all the 90s elections. As a Karyakarta, as an activist, as a leader in many of these. This election is giving me indications whereby the result of this election is going to be truly surprising. I repeat it. Please wait for that. And if in 2 months' time the BJP's tally and NDA's tally can go so high, wait for a couple of months more.
Ashutosh, the Aam Aadmi Party is currently at 10 seats, 5 of them in Delhi. That is territory that Modi will want to take back from the Aam Aadmi Party. And if you go the way that you've been going over the last 72 hours, some of the seats that you've picked up in Bangalore, in the Mumbai area, in Karnataka, in Bangalore, you could lose those seats. So the BJP tally could increase further because of the implosion within the Aam Aadmi Party, Ashutosh.
I don't want to respond to what Ravi Shankar Prasad ji has been saying. I have a tremendous respect for his honesty and straightforwardness. But I do believe that, I do share his opinion that this election will be decisive. The results will be surprising for many. But will it surprise to BJP or will it surprise to rest of India? That has to be seen. Election is not about forecast. Election is about reality. The reality is whatever innuendos you want to use against Aam Aadmi Party or the anglicized TV media in this country, the fact is that Aam Aadmi Party is here to stay and it will make its presence felt stronger and stronger. And I want to say one thing, that people want clean politics, honest politics, transparent politics. Unfortunately, BJP and the Congress and many regional allies has failed on this count. They are not doing clean politics. They are not doing honest politics. They are not doing transparent politics. And people are looking for a better alternative, not only simple alternative. People are looking for better alternative.
I have time only for concluding comments. It's been a long evening. I want to begin with Professor Chinoy. Your big takeaways from your perspective as somebody who works with the Aam Aadmi Party now, what is the message Kejriwal and gang will be taking away from tonight?
No, I think despite what Mr. Prasad has said, and I agree with a lot of it, the fact is that there is the BJP model, there is the somewhat decrepit Congress model, but there is room for a third model, not a third front, but a third model. And that is what Aam Aadmi represents. A new party can and often will make mistakes, but most of us are veterans of politics, sometimes from other parties, and I think we can put together a coalition and put forward an alternative vision. That vision will not be a national vision that is accepted because we are too weak-footed at the moment. But if we continue working for this till the next elections, I mean, not the coming election, but the next elections, I think we can get space. A number of parties have shown they can do well and make space if they are creative in their thinking. And if they are not creative in their thinking, then they can suffer the fate of the left.
So we're already seeing the Aam Aadmi Party accept that maybe this election is too soon, but the idea of the Aam Aadmi Party could do better in the next election. Is that something that you share, Shiv Vishwanathan?
Yeah, I more than share. I mean, I
that's
think
what you're banking on.
You know, I'm not even banking. You don't have to bank on it. I think that's the trend. To me, the really optimistic trend is, okay, let the BJP have its little game for a while. I think what really is shown is democracy is inventive, and that the current electoral democracy has invented the possibility of an alternative politics. I think that is very heartening, because to a certain extent, BJP exploited the anti-Congress wave. But to a certain extent, at that very moment, we showed that democracy is full of surprises and that democracy is hopeful. I think the Aam Aadmi Party is not an agent. It's a symptom of a wider set of forces in society, and they'll come into play.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, Veer Sanghvi asked some important questions. Can Modi show the guile, the political acumen, the ability to get along with alliance partners like Vajpayee did? He's a man who's used to running with the full writ behind him. Now he needs to make compromises like Manmohan Singh has been forced to. Manmohan Singh is a very honest man. Some dishonest things have happened, not because he wanted them to happen, but because he couldn't prevent them from happening. Will Modi be able to work with people with different opinions, different positions like Jayalalitha, Mamta Banerjee and Mayawati? Will he be able to reconcile different opinions? Ravi Shankar Prasad.
First of all, let me reply to Mr. Viswanathan's comment he made second time. Has the BJP grown because of any charity of Congress party? Did we ask the Congress party to commit corruption, not contain inflation, kill the growth of country? Sorry, Mr. Viswanathan, I have respect for your eminence and intellect, but at least don't brand us. We are there because of our hard work, and that's how we have earned the trust of the people of the country. Now coming to alliance management, certainly why not? Mr. Modi has grown in the party, he knows it. But yes, on certain issues, he is very clear, as many of us. If there is a need to compromise on corruption, sorry, no. Government remains or not remains. That's we are very clear about. And let me remind Rahul, for the sake of our viewers, Atal Bihari Vajpayee lost the 98 majority vote by 1 vote. Mr. Bhuta Singh was charge-sheeted in a previous case of corruption when he was in Congress. The charge was filed, Atalji asked him to resign. He resisted, he said, I will sack him. And we lost the 1 vote. Therefore, on certain issues, government or no government, there will be no compromise. And that's what Modi ji will do too.
Ashutosh, do you think Modi will be able to handle the big egos of a Jayalalitha, Mamta Banerjee, Mayawati, reconcile these different positions, take them along like Vajpayee was able to? Are you seeing enough of that now that he's been made the BJP's prime ministerial candidate?
If he becomes prime minister, then that question will arise. Right now, there is a big question mark, will he become the prime minister? Second thing is, people are talking about Jayalalitha. We all forget that in 1998, the Vajpayee government fell because of two individuals. One is Jayalalitha, who is now closer to BJP. Second is Subramaniam Swamy, who is now a part of the BJP. So when Subramaniam Swamy and Jayalalitha is not in a habit of being part of a coalition government, DMK is a much more trusted ally than Jayalalitha, and Jayalalitha's ego is much bigger than Narendra Modi's ego. So the question, and then Mayawati will certainly not go to the Narendra Modi for the simple reason, because in Uttar Pradesh, if Mayawati has to augment the forces, then she knows Mulayam Singh Yadav is very weak, and if she can wean away the Muslim vote along with the Dalit, then she will be a very, very formidable force in UP, much better than the BJP and the Mulayam Singh Yadav, and she will be eyeing for the assembly elections, not for the Lok Sabha elections. And for the assembly point of view, she will not ally with Narendra Modi or BJP or whosoever BJP elects as a prime minister candidate.
Veer Sanghvi.
So let's BJP.
Veer Sanghvi will answer your own question. Will Modi be able to work with people like Jayalalitha, Mamta Banerjee and Mayawati, or is that too much to ask given all that he's done so far?
I really don't know. I mean, we've never seen Modi in this situation. We wrote
What's
him
your
off.
sense?
My sense is no, but I could well be wrong, and I think it's wrong to write him off at this stage. It's possible that he'll change his personality. It's possible he'll learn to compromise. We need to give him the benefit of the doubt.
But he's changed somewhat since he's been made the prime ministerial candidate.
So let's not judge him on the basis of what he's done in the
And he's done better
past.
than critics would have thought he would have.
But can I just make 3 points about why the Congress is doing so badly? I mean, we've been talking a lot about the Aam Aadmi Party, but the real story today is the decline of the Congress. 3 things. A lot has been said about corruption, but there are 3 important factors. One is a complete absence of leadership. When there is a vacuum in leadership, somebody will rush in to fill it. India has turned to Narendra Modi because he seems like a leader. Nobody in the Congress seems like a leader. 2, the economy. I think we are underplaying the role of inflation. It's even more important than corruption. Manmohan Singh and Chidambaram, whatever you may say about them and their electability, they at least are supposed to understand the economy. And look at the mess these guys have made. Nobody has any idea how to control inflation, and people are not willing to give them a chance. And the third thing, and which is the most important thing, and perhaps Rahul will do it, I hope he will do it, but it's too late, is there is no Congress vision of India. They are not telling the aspirational middle class, they're not telling the young people what they stand for, what they're going to do. Rahul made a very good speech at the AICC, but it's too late. He should have done it a year ago.
Okay. Professor Chinoy has 30 seconds to add.
You know, I think we are wrong just to focus on Mr. Modi. The fact that the BJP and the RSS have a what can be called a remarkable organization has helped immensely. No individual without that kind of organization could have brought this result.
Okay, that's all we have time for on this marathon broadcast. The India Today magazine, I have the cover with me, pumped up, all pumped up. Force Modi is ever closer to power, is now out on the stands. Modi, it seems, is running towards 7 Racecourse Road, and his bandwagon has some serious momentum. Despite the threat or the new obstacle in the form of Kejriwal that emerged, it seems Modi is well on course. And from what we've seen in the past, when people decide that they want to vote someone out and vote someone else in, these figures tend to consolidate and build. And a lot of what Ravi Shankar Prasad is saying could actually come true over the next few months, unless, of course, what Ashutosh is saying comes true, and instead of imploding, the Aam Aadmi Party is able to get its act together and pose a more serious challenge to the BJP. The Congress, of course, everyone is in consensus, is on its way out. The party being reduced to its worst numbers ever. We're out of time completely.
End of the dynasty. It's not just end of the Congress hegemony, it's an end of the
challenge to the dynasty. Whether it's the end of the dynasty or not, we'll know only after the next
one
election.
is not standing for
That's a
PM
matter of a whole different debate, Professor Chinoy. We'll have you back on our program again. Thank you very much for joining us, all of you, with your perceptive insights. We're heading into a break. Ravi Shankar Prasad and the BJP, congratulations on what these numbers throw up for whatever they're worth. We're heading into a break. Thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in over the last 4 hours as we brought you the state-by-state breakup and the national big picture. News and updates continue when we come back on the other side of a short break. Stay with us.